Hey everybody, I forgot to do a live earlier today. I did my culminating artist talk for the artist residency, and it was really satisfying to actually see how much I did accomplish, especially since I was wrestling with, am I doing enough? Am I doing the right things? I got over that and came to a place of peace where whatever I get accomplished here is going to be enough, more than enough, and a lot of processing of, balancing taking in this place. And this is a very, very special place. So I just have a couple days, full days left here in the park. My friend Mary, shout out to you, kudos Mary. We're going to go for a walk on the rim trail behind me on the southern rim so that we can go see the alcove house, which is closed down. The trail is closed down because they're doing maintenance. But the photographer who was here last month gave me the hint to go up on the rim trail and see it that way. So that's going to be my excursion and adventure for tomorrow. Then the Tuesday I pack and get ready to ship, and then Wednesday I head out about noon and go hang out with Mary for a couple days, get everything shipped out, decompress a little bit, enjoy Santa Fe, ready for Christmas. That's gonna be fun, and then go home because I am homesick. I miss my honey, I miss my kitties, and I miss my bed. So with that said, what I thought I would do on this particular live is give you guys a little bit of a tour of some of this wonderful place. So hang on, I'm going to reverse. And I am up here at the basically the end of the trail that is accessible on the main Pueblo Loop. And I'm here at Longhouse. And so it is this just an amazing cliff face here that you see right here with all sorts of not just the caveates, which are the excavated caves, but also the actual ruins that they make from the tuff, which is the volcanic, the compressed volcanic ash from up at the Valles Caldera, the volcano many years ago that actually created this canyon. So I'll show you some of that. But first, since I just shared with my friends from Colorado a couple neat, I don't know if I can zoom, but if you look really closely, there's actually a macaw petroglyph up under that shadowy area. And then that big rock that looks like a bear's nose pointing up to the red face, there's a petroglyph of an elk up there, plus a little mouse, I believe. But this place is just magical. That's looking up Frijoles Canyon. Frijoles means little beans. If I were to shut up, you would hear the creek. This creek is what formed the canyon. And is what the riparian environment where all the wildlife kind of starts from here. The bobcats, the coyotes. Seen lots of scat, not actual, any of those actual animals. I did see a coyote in Valles Caldera though, so that was a treat. Have been seeing lots of mule deer down in this little pasture I'm showing you here, down towards the creek where those cottonwoods are. Family of does and babies, and I actually saw an 8-point buck the other day, so that was pretty exciting. But let me head down Longhouse and show you a few more of the items here. Hello! Don't fall into the cholla cactus, ouch. But here you get a better look at the excavated caves, how they plastered inside of them. You can see the holes where they actually had the poles for the roofs. The structures actually built out from the caves. So these caveates are like back rooms of these dwellings. And it's just amazing what they were able to do. And here where you see the rocks, that's the tough, bricks and stones that they made where they actually had the houses. Right here it looks like they were 1 story, but in this area they actually went up to 2 and 3 stories, and we'll see that in just a second. But it's just amazing. Sorry, I can't get over just how beautiful it is. Even in winter, those cottonwoods were still in color when I got here at the beginning of November. So I tried to capture lots of photos. Watch for fallen rock. They're still coming down. One thing that's really cool researching in the library is you see that kind of ledge going up. Actually, they use that to climb up there, and there are some petroglyphs up high too. Don't know if we can see them from here. Without being able to zoom, it's a little hard. But let me you can see where the actual stones, they came out 2 to 3 rooms deep. Here, where you can see you have multiple levels of the roof holes, where they went multiple stories. what's neat is the petroglyphs were put here, are usually just above the rooftops of where these dwellings were. And that's where they would do all of their celebrations, on the rooftops. So keep going down here because we're going to go down to where all the fun petroglyphs are. Like Turkey. Here you can see where they're going up a couple levels. Y'all are so patient with me. Doing my live.
I know they went up like 3 stories.
Yeah, 3 stories there. There are a couple petroglyphs right in there. This one's kind of a neat one. Above this window here, this nook, there's actually a Kachina, what do they call him, a mudhead? With a little spike on top of his head. Very cool. Coming down to the big wall down here. Just look at all of these rooms. So, I mean, hundreds of people lived here. It's pretty crazy. It's interesting learning that they actually started out living on the mesa up above. I'm going to go really slow and see if you can see the dog, the shield. There's some Kachina masks. There's a Kachina waving at you over a cloud symbol. Just very cool. Here we have spirals and snakes, all sorts of things. I just thought you guys would get a kick out of seeing Longhouse because I think it's just a really special place. I've spent several hours here. I have so many pictures of the petroglyphs. Here you have some spirals. That thing that looks like a finger, that shape there. To the left lower, there's one turkey. And to the left upper, there's another turkey. All sorts of neat. There's a duck, a shield. It's amazing once you get eyes to see, you learn what to look for. One thing that's interesting in the rest of the canyon is anywhere that the canyon floor met the canyon wall, these caveates, you can pretty clearly see the shield with the staff through it with the bird inside. That's pretty cool. I just want to do, these are just such neat formations, and you can see the better ruins here. Isn't that cool? I was talking to some friends. We were trying to figure out what the green was on the rocks. I'm guessing it's lichen or some sort of a mold. But it's a fascinating, fascinating place. It's just, and you're right here in it. I think that's what's special to me, is that it's not behind some glass fence. You are walking through where these people lived, and it's just magical. That's kind of cool. You can see how far back some of the caveates go. And on down. And here I'm looking down the canyon. Did this vista. I actually painted up here yesterday for my public painting from that very end where we started this live. And just painted a couple of these vistas looking down the canyon. Just beautiful. Well, I'm going to wrap it up for now. I will try and remember to do another one of these tomorrow when I'm up on the rim trail, because that's just going to be cool. And then you can see Alcove House too. But I hope you've enjoyed these sharings. I have not. I do get, obviously I get, I get connection here through Verizon, but not enough to really do a lot of my uploads via hotspot for my blog. So I'm a little behind, but keep up. I'm going to keep up with it because I'm going to start, as I come home, catch up and get all of those blogs done and tell the story of what I learned, what I was exposed to with winter being here. You can see some of the damage that the floods after the fires of 2011 and the floods that did a lot of damage down here in the park. They're still cleaning up after those. In fact, most of the bridges across the creek right now are closed except for one, because they're doing maintenance on those. It was cool. For Alcove House, they're doing renovations, and they actually were using a fire helicopter to bring supplies in, and that was happening the day I got here. So here, let me just show you some more cave 8s. Stands for excavated cave. That did not roll off the tongue. I'm just telling you. How cool is that? All right. Well, until next time, the journey and the adventure are not quite over yet, so there'll still be more to share, and can't wait to get back with you guys. All right. Happy Sunday.